Hello. I'm assuming that you're seeing this video for one of two reasons. Either you know me and you're subscribed, or you see those Pinterest backpacks, these Pinterest backpacks, and think, whoa, I want one of those. How to get all those pins and patches? I've got you, bestie. I've absolutely got you. This is my prized possession, my everything backpack. It has everything about me. And I'm going to show you how I make all those pins. Now, it's no surprise that not every pin is made. If you're one of those people who's like, I don't want to make them, I want to buy them, it's easier, then I'll give you some stores. These ones are from probably Hot Topic or Spencer's, Amazon. All these pins I'm wearing, I've bought. But there's ways to replicate this style. So I'm going to go through my backpack and show you. First, we're going to start with the most easiest, these three right here. So you can see they look almost store-bought. But I made these little bitches. Non-binary flag. This one comes with a little bit of a purchase. They're probably like, I got mine for like $10 on Amazon. It's these little things. And they come apart. They're two pieces. And they come apart like this. And then you get, they come with little papers, but I don't want to get them, like little papers that fit in these little things here. And then you do a little drawing on that paper, and then you just click it together, and it makes a pin. It's that easy. And how I do the borders, I just get a Sharpie and like draw a border. It's that easy. Like, not all of them are going to be that easy, but a lot of them are going to be that easy. Next tactic. These ones. These ones are super easy, because you don't need any art skills for these ones. You just need a sticker, or you could probably draw these as well, but I think it's easier to use stickers for these ones. What you're going to need for this one is a hot glue gun, some thick watercolor paper, I got this one from Five Below, thick, a sticker of your choice, a safety pin. I would recommend using the shiny safety pins, the ones that are stronger and better quality. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're so worth it, because you don't want to be losing your pins or whatever it is you're making with safety pins. You're going to lose them if you use the bad ones. These ones are very trustworthy. This is an example of a bad pin. See how it's like, if I can do this and have it come out by just putting my finger and going, and it just pops out and this part bends, it's not a good pin. And it will immediately break or fall off your bag. Because these things work for like sizing, if you're working on like the sewing project, but they don't work on anything long term. Don't use that. Why the hot? First plug in the hot glue gun and leave that to heat up. Get the sticker of your choice. Oh, this is mine. It's a little Sequoia. Before you stick the sticker, get your watercolor paper. Make sure it doesn't have to be watercolor paper. It can be cardstock. I don't recommend cardboard because like, see the edges of cardboard are kind of ugly, but just very thick paper. And you're going to need something to trace it with. I'm just going to get this pencil that I found on my table. You are just going to trace out the sticker. Like so. You get the sticker thing that you drew, and then you're going to put it a second time. And you're just going to mark where that ends. It can be like this. I recommend leaving a little bit of excess because people are stupid. And just mark that out. And then, so this is what it should look like. Cut out the line, and just like cut it out. With the extra space that you left, and you're going to fold it down the bottom. Make sure it's relatively even, and you're not leaving out any of the bottom of the sticker. I messed up, I folded it right there, but that's no big deal. It don't gotta be perfect, it just has to be functional, right? It can be a little bit off the edges, and then you're just gonna put the sticker on to this piece of paper. Make sure that it like is in the middle and like fits well. Now that your don't put a wrinkle in it like I did, 'cause I'm dumb. I put a wrinkle in the sticker. Don't do that. And now you're just going to like cut around the paper until you just have a sticker with like a hard backing. Okay, when it's done, it should look like this, just like the sticker with a little bit of an edge. And now, by this time your hot glue gun should be, yep, it's all ready. So put a glue stick in there, just for now. And you are going to see how it opens like a cell phone. Hello. You're just gonna put some glue, make sure to layer it out like relatively thick, because you want it to be nice and juicy. It looks like that. And then you're just gonna, boop. Don't put it on there so it's enough, but don't put so much on it that it's gonna seep out the edges, because we don't want that. So keep it like relatively close to the center. Then you can just lightly squish it. Don't squish it too much, so you really don't want glue to come out the edges. That's when it gets ugly. You can see it's a relatively hard piece of cardboard, but we're not done just yet. I have a little excess piece of my paper that I can't use anymore, so I just like cut this piece out, like make it really tiny. Like don't worry about like how it's gonna fit, just make it like enough to fit on the sticker, but like not to take up all of the space on the sticker. See, mine looks like that. That on again, don't put too much, but put enough to it stays on and gives the pin some like more sturdy backing. This is just for like extra support, just in case. And don't worry, we're almost, this one the glue can seep out a little bit because it adds extra strength to the sides. And now that ain't creasing anywhere. Before it was strong, but it was like could crease. Now it ain't creasing. And now, so you're gonna get your pin. I would recommend opening it first before you glue it on, because I've had times where I glue it like this and then I have to do it all over again. I ruined the pin. So I would recommend doing it like this. I think I should use a smaller safety pin for this. Now, the size of the safety pin you use to make your pin itself is quite important, because usually these safety pins are the most reliable ones, the biggest ones, but sometimes if you put a big old safety pin on this, it will like look, you'll see the pin sometimes. I did this one, as I saw, but when it's on my bag, like you could see like that it's a pin. Now, some people like this look, and if you like this look, go ahead, do it. I'm not the boss of you. But if you want it to like not look really homemade, use a smaller pin. Just kind of like hold it there until, don't put too much glue, enough to keep it there, but not so much that it like, you can't see it. Another thing that I did a couple times when I made this type of pin is I got another piece of paper, like a little one. It was really hard to rip actually. And then I just like, boop, for extra support, like extra support. It also makes it look a little bit more professional. Now, optionally, you could put Mod Podge on the top. I would recommend the extra clear one. The other one, the normal one's fine, just, I would recommend the extra, what's it called? The gloss. It looks a lot better, in my opinion. It looks a lot more professional and shiny. Now, for the next one. This one, you may have seen versions of it online with metal bottle caps, but metal bottle caps are kind of hard to find these days because no one uses them anymore. Like, yeah, first couple times I did this, I would get a lighter and I would heat up the pin first, which you still could do. I'm gonna dip it in this, like, in the hot glue nozzle just a little bit so I can like, heat it up just a tad. And like just kind of leave it by the hot glue nozzle, but this is not necessary. It just makes the process a little bit faster. Now, get your thing, and I would recommend not putting it too far down the bottle cap. Just like in there enough. Like a really, really hard time, just move it somewhere else because you're probably on like the bottle cap ridge. I would recommend going like relatively close to the top, or you could use the nozzle to heat it up. Like just like heat up the plastic right away, which also works fine. It's like I really need like a flat surface to push it onto so I can really get the safety pin through the plastic. You may be thinking, Ava, I don't think this is worth it. You're having a lot of struggle. It's usually not this hard, but these bottle caps are like harder than most. Like they're more tough than most. I know because my dad is like obsessed with these like generic brand sparkling water because like they have some like they're good. Like a lot of people are like, I don't like sparkling water, but it's like fruit flavored soda, but like not in like an artificial fruit flavored soda kind of way like Fanta. It's like it tastes like fruit and water, but it's like sparkling. It's good. And they have these bottle caps, and we've been collecting them for the past while, and I have like 20 now, and I've noticed these ones are harder to do. I would recommend melting the thing a little bit more, just like putting some glue on there and then going back out a little bit so you can like just really heat it up and make it bigger, because you want these holes here to be like pretty big, so because you're gonna have to take the pin out to like put it on the back, so you want these holes to be big so you can find them again when you do that, so like the hole gets bigger. That is not what she said. She said nothing. She stayed absolutely quiet. And my pronouns aren't even she here. My pronouns are they, them, by the way. My name is Avian. I know my profile says Ava, but I'm probably going to change that soon because my biological name is Ava, but I go by Avian. Not many people know that because I'm too afraid to tell them. But now you'll know. Avian. When you close the pin, it is closing. And you can like paint on top. So, some caps you have to sand a little bit. So I'd recommend doing that. Just like sand the top a tiny bit so the paint will stick. But these ones are usually okay. Another thing I use if I have I know I keep saying stickers, but stickers are really helpful when it comes to making. Like, cut them out. Like, cut out a piece of stickers. I'll show you this one. I did this one here of Loose Noseda. I had some Owl House stickers and I made this one. Oh, other tiny ones don't have that. Or you can just paint on them like I did here. This one is May from Night in the Woods. It's kind of terrible, but that was kind of the art style. Like I wanted to have like a little doodle. This one I printed a picture, like a poster on my wall, but I cut out a certain section of it because I had a gun and I've been only putting guns on my walls. So like in the section I cut out, I made a pin. It's Rocky from Rocky Daisy. Go to some of the most obvious, easy options. Perler beads. This is a super old one that I took the safety pin off. It was Ron Boo from the Dream SMP. You probably knew that. Now Perler beads are these little like beads, and you put them on like a little thing with little sticks on them. They usually don't come in dinosaur shapes, but like see, and you put them on there and then you melt them and they become a hard piece of plastic that you then get to work with. This is a pin that I made a couple years back, but I used a crappy pin and the pin just like came off, but there's no way to fix that. This is one that my mom made. They're like super easy. It's like pixel art, and then you melt it, and then you have like a piece of plastic that's like hard plastic. Ooh. Sometimes I have to sand the back a little bit, or like, okay, no. So to do this one, I've been doing this for years, so just like, so now I would recommend only ironing one side, and then as if you iron both sides, then they'll both be smooth plastic and the glue will not stay. But if you only do one side, then the other side will have the little holes and the glue will grip into the little holes. If you've ever done this before, it'll make sense when you do it. Now, I recommend not buying them at like big stores like Michael's, Joann's. You can, but like they're kind of pricey. But like if I bought that big old thing at a thrift store for $3. Like, I'm almost done with it, but I've had it for years, and it's like almost done. No. This is like a very backpack specific one, but like I got this keychain at a little local store, but like they sell them at a Hot Topic. You can like find them at like mall stores. Oh my god, I love this one. Can you read it? I don't think so. It says, "I will be haunted by my actions forever," with a picture of Pootie. These are my keys. I mean, you can see my keys now. You can print a copy and sneak into my house. Today I live in 907 Albuquerque Lane in Wisconsin. That's not my address. Please don't send anything to that address. Like, I don't know, like, no one would, but just like, please don't. I'm aware that I have like 4 fans, if I can even call them that. Anyways, Oh yeah, I mentioned like finding random things. Like this rainbow has been in my bag for years, and I literally just found it on the floor and it was like, screw it, I'm pinning it to my bag. But this is Applejack. I feel like I should tell you about pin placement. Because placement is important. Like a tattoo, if you get the right tattoo in the wrong place, you can ruin that tattoo. With round pins, I would recommend putting like different sizes close together and like have all the circles be like this. Like all the circles in one place instead of separated out. But if you have multiple pins from the same set or the same pin general, don't put them right next to each other because it looks lazy. And that's the end. We made 3, 2.5. One awesome pin. And I hope you learn to get the Pinterest backpack or shirt or whatever it is of your dreams. Thank you for watching and goodbye.